I took a poll on my Instagram and it seems that many of you are confused about what to do with a turnip. With a big, tough turnip, everybody's used to roasting and mashing. But what I think a lot of you are getting in your CSA boxes right now are these beautiful white Japanese turnips. The bulb is so sweet, you can just slice this and eat this in a salad, and maybe we'll show you how to do that another time. But for right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut them in quarters, and I'm gonna cook the bulbs with their greens. So the bulbs will get a beautiful golden sear on their cut faces, and the greens are gonna be really crispy and salty from the oven. I want to slice this bulb in a way that allows me to keep the greens attached. So I'm carefully cutting them in half, and then I'm going to carefully cut them into quarters, kind of sticking the knife between the leaves. So you can see here they're attached and they're whole, and that's just going to look really pretty. If they fall off, don't worry about it. At this point, you might want to also take a little damp towel and wipe down the inner part of the stem end. Just by cutting it, you reveal some of the dirt that can be lurking in there. We're not going to get them completely wet again because we want to be able to have the oil adhere to the surface, and we don't want them to be wet and steaming when we put them in the oven. I'm going to use ghee as my fat for this recipe. You've definitely had ghee if you've ever eaten Indian cuisine. It's just butter that's been heated and the milk solids have been removed. So if you are lactose intolerant, this is a great option since the lactose is in those solids. I really like it because it smells amazing. It's like 10 sticks of butter in one little jar. I've got all my sliced turnips in this bowl, and I'm just going to take the ghee and drizzle it over. It's probably like 2 tablespoons. And then I'm gonna gently massage it. So again, the objective here is to keep these greens attached. So we don't wanna go tossing it all around and have them flying everywhere. We're just going to make sure that everything is coated, and we really wanna make sure the greens are coated so they crisp up and they don't burn. I want to take a little break because it's Friday and I'm drinking. I thought I'd just show you what I'm drinking. It's this Mind Playing Fusion. It's part cider, part wine. So it's made from Veltliner grapes and apples, and it's 7.5%, and it's sparkly and delicious. And I just thought that those of you who are also into low ABV might be excited about this. I am going to drink the whole bottle. Let's talk about our seasoning. So the first component is going to be togarashi. This is something I think everybody should have in their pantry. It's a Japanese spice mix. It's got some orange peel in there, seaweed, black sesame, some ginger. It's super good, kind of does the work for you. The next component is black sesame. So I've taken whole black sesame seeds and I just threw them in my Vitamix. And I did have to do a 1/4 cup in order to get enough of a volume in there for it to actually catch and spin. But you can use that for other stuff later. DM me if you want ideas. I've taken it and I've just broken it up. It's still got some texture. It's not a fine powder. And yeah, that's it. My oven is hot. I'm going to take my spices and just toss it on there. It's kind of a lot, but we're going to coat all the leaves and we're going to coat the turnips themselves. And just be kind of gentle. And at this point, add some salt. I already did that, but I forgot to show you. This pan is hot. I'm going to take my seasoned turnips and I'm going to put them down on the pan with the cut side down, trying my hardest not to overlap them. You want each of the greens to be really resting on the surface of the pan. So I'm just going to arrange these and then I'm going to pop them in the oven. I plated the turnips hot out of the oven. And the leaves are really delicate, so I just tried to keep them intact. And I'm just gonna finish it by doing a little bit of Meyer lemon zest over the whole thing. And squeezing a little bit of Meyer lemon juice. You can use regular lemon. And that's it. Bulbs will get a beautiful golden sear on their cut faces, and the greens are going to be really crispy and salty from the oven.